Hello Scorpio, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Scorpio, this is going to be a video for your next 2 weeks, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and Stellium. That's become the norm. What is happening? This hair, who the hell knows? So I just heard right before I turned the camera on, give a warm welcome to, I don't know, either you're gaining some notoriety in something, or you're going somewhere, you're being introduced to people in the next 2 weeks. I don't know, it was an interesting, like, I just heard it in such this, give a warm welcome to, it was so like, what was the guy's name, Bruce something from like was that wrestling or the UFCs or something, and the way he says it, I don't know, but if you're familiar with any of that, then you know what I'm talking about, and if not, go look him up. He's got a hell of a voice, very distinctive. So yeah, just a quick side note there, but, who knows? But Scorpio, personal reads are open and available. Info is found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. Channel memberships are open. I'm continuing the Scorpio reads every day for Scorpio season. I owe them 2 because I had to, the weekend was just crazy, but in a good crazy kind of way, but not enough hours. Not enough hours in the days, not enough days in the week kind of feel. Thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, and commented, and most importantly, happy birthday to all of you. I hope your birthdays are fantastic. Happy Veterans Day to the vets out there. It's 11/11. And I think that's about it. So Scorpio, let's, my hands are cold. It snowed here yesterday. Like, oh God, I'm not a cold weather person. It's officially hat season and go into hibernation mode for me. So, all right, Scorpio, what cards? Dare we try, Spirit? Dare we try it? Let's do it, Spirit. Let's do it. And the dog Window's here. I just let her out, and she's zipping through the snow. She's living her best life. Like, yes. And you could put me in a Snuggie and leave me there until about March or April. All right. So let's see. Scorpio. Next 2 weeks. What's shaking? What's going on, Spirit, for the Scorpio collective? I did feel like there's a little bit of an anticipation around something, Scorps. I don't know. Shooting star confirmation. I said, like, someone, how did I say it? I don't even know now. Someone introducing you. I know I said something else. Psychometry, sensitivity. Scorpio, you've got some kind of wish fulfillment coming in. 11/11, make a wish, right? You got some kind of wish coming in for you, and you could feel that, but I also feel like you're kind of in your head over what that wish is. Like, I don't know, you could have wished for lots of things. I mean, hell, we wished for lots of things from the time we're old enough to realize who Santa is and go, well, I'm going to put this on my Santa wish list, right? You know, I don't know why this is important, but maybe you're wishing for a boat. I went to a store, I think it was like last year or the year before last, they had this really pretty boat, and I got up in it and was looking at it, and I was like, Santa, I've been a good girl this year, wink wink, you know. I don't have a boat though, for the record. I don't know, maybe I wasn't as good as I thought I was that year, who knows. But you know, it's like you do have a wish coming in. You feel something's happening. Could be in this liminal space right now that it doesn't, Spirit's saying it doesn't seem to make sense. Thank you, Spirit. But it will. Like, a change is happening. A change is going to come, right? Some Sam Cooke there, I believe. Change is going to come, Scorpio, and you're going to understand it then. I don't know. Let's see. I got the chills down over my legs, and it's not the cold chills, by the way, just for the record. Confirmation. Spirit, Black Cat, Scorpio, good luck. I'm telling you, messages, feathers, cats and feathers. Cat got the bird, the cat got the canary, right? It's like Sylvester and Tweety. You think about it like that. Like, I'm looking at this card, or these cards, right? Like, the black cat comes out, right? And I've got the deck sitting to this, oh, son of a seahorse. Check this out. So you've got the cat, right? And he's looking at the feathers from the way I had these cards just laying here. And it's like, you think about Sylvester and Tweety, like, the feathers are a-flying, right? The feathers are fucking flying. He got the bird feathers are flying. I said, a change is gonna come. Look at this. Change is literally right behind feathers in the deck. Prayers, something you've asked for, something you've focused on, manifested, and right behind that, where we had it on the split, was confirmation. That's shooting star. And then Wheel of Fortune, fate. This is a destined part of your path. Like, I feel like for some, geez, Scorpio, what is going on? I got the whole thing happening here. I think maybe whether you know it or not, in your entire existence, there have been moments that, I'm going to say intuitively, this is coming in intuitive, that you have hoped, prayed, wished for, thought, this is the way this is going to happen one day. Or not even the way that it happens, but that thing, like what you're going to eventually be a part of. Could be a job, could be a project, could be a marriage, it could be all kinds of things. Like knowing that one day your core belief and value said, I'm going to be a part of that, or that thing is going to happen. And it's one of those, it may have felt like a fleeting thought, like, I have no idea how that'll happen, right? It's like a little girl or boy, right? Doesn't matter, who always sang when they were a kid and they were destined. Like, you'd look at them and they're like, oh boy, look at them singing. And the next thing you know, they're like a Britney Spears or a Christina Aguilera. Like, they're on the Mickey Mouse Club. They're doing something, and it just keeps building. But Scorpio, I'm going to call it your civilian path, has looked very different than that, though. It wasn't just, Scorpio was singing and then boom, there they go. This is after years and years and probably decades of difficult things. Like you're getting your big break, Scorpio. There's something about getting your big break. Whatever, you didn't have to be stardom that you were searching for. Could be anything. A job, a move, friends, family, support networks. Like, one day I'm going to live in this little community with all the people that I love. And it's like all of a sudden it's happening. It's kind of wild when you think about it, but Scorp's Black Cat, good luck. Luck's on your side. And I said, I think I said this, maybe I didn't, I don't know. You followed your path. You were on the path. You've followed the path, right? The golden was the yellow brick road, but in this case, Scorpio, it's gold. You've hit the point where alchemy is finally turning. The wheel is turning. The energy is spinning around you for the better. Messages, feathers. There's more of that alchemical energy in that. It's coming in, and the feathers. Feathers could be a sign or a symbol for you in the way your guides interpret things or symbolize things to you. But this change is like a change that you have waited for all your life. And then when it gets here, you're like, pinch me. Just pinch me. Is this thing really happening? And then it's like, I don't want to say that you don't know what to do with it, because I don't think that's it. But it's like, where does this fit? I knew one day I would be here, but how does this fit now? It's very dreamy, like, but also very cool. So let's see. Let's see here, Scorpio. Let's dig into the cards. Spirit for Scorpio, the next 2 weeks. I just heard I didn't know how good life could get. I like that. It's a good feel, Scorpio. Third party unfinished business. So Spirit brings up, there was ultimately always a third. I said you've gone through years, probably decades of hoping, praying, wishing, right? You had to go through all the lessons. For whatever reason, we're just going to call it civilian life. I don't know why, but that's what we're rolling with here per Spirit. The third parties were always the people you were involved with that were not supportive. And it's like you would get on track, fall off track. Get on track, fall off track. Call it detours. Call it spiritual detours and lessons. 10:10 on the clock. But you're ready for it this time. You've learned, I don't want to say all that you need to know, but all that you've needed to know to get to this point. And it still feels confusing to me, though, for some reason. So Spirit, because you didn't know how you would get there. You didn't know how you would get there. So for Scorpio, Spirit, for the next 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks for Scorpio. Drinks. I'm going to call that celebration. That was the first word I heard from Spirit. So celebration. Silence. Don't tell everybody what's going on. Shh. They don't need to know. They don't need to know. What else for Scorpio in the next 2 weeks? Apple, wisdom, death, sexuality, joy. Some of you could be having knee pain. All of a sudden, my knee started hurting. What the hell? Talent, Scorpio. I'm telling you, whatever you're doing, there ain't nobody better for the job. Oh, God. It's what you were meant to do. Born with features. I said it's like being a little kid and singing and dancing and, oh my God, my knee, what is happening? Which one of you are having knee pain? Because holy mother, it's so random. Don't sprain a knee, don't hurt your knees, be careful. You were meant for this. Your character, your personality, like if the shoe fits, damn, wear it. Wear it, right? Wear the thing, wear the vibe. But man, Scorpio, your talents are just starting to show. Mirror, you're looking back on things, unfinished business. That card came up initially, and there it is again. Let's dive in, Scorpio. Let's see. Whew. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. That is what it is, I guess. Ooh. Maybe you are tired. Tired with an achy knee. Take care of yourselves. All right, this drink in silence, Spirit for Scorpio. Celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Spirit. Again, it's just, there is a cause for celebration. 2 of Cups, something is coming together beautifully. Queen of Cups, this is going to emotionally inspire you. It is healing. The connections in your life, this could be love, but they inspire you to be better. And I think sometimes 5 of Swords behind the Queen of Cups, there's a little bit, I feel like you end up emotionally manipulating yourself sometimes. So whether this is going, I'm not good enough, or I don't know, or, you know, and even too, Spirit is saying like other people around you who were quick to take that fire in your belly away. You know, it is the derailments along the way. Because I'm watching this, like the 7 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the Star, the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Like, but you've mastered yourself. You've mastered something about yourself that's like, I'm done self-sabotaging my goals, my dreams, my visions, my realities for the sake of other people. This is where you really stop self-sacrificing. What about the celebration, Spirit? And the silence of it. 7 of Swords. It's like sneaking away, Scorpio. Temperance. Your healing has likely been in silence. Your healing is like, how do I explain this? Your healing hasn't been for anybody but you. It's been to your benefit. You're not doing it for other people. You're doing it for yourself. You think about the 5 of Swords. There's 5 swords in that card, and he's running off with 3. It's like Spirit saying selling yourself short. Like, I'm good enough with just 3. And then the 7 of Swords, he's got 5 swords that he's carrying, but 2 remain in the ground. Like, you're up leveling. It sounds weird to use the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords like that, because I don't like either one of those cards, truthfully. But it's okay to confiscate what is yours. It's okay to take what is yours and not feel bad about that. Temperance, it's like King of Cups. Like, you're not doing it for shitty reasons, right? It's like, I've used the example, I think, on here before. I know I've used it at least with one client recently, where it's like, you think about nurses, doctors, they take an oath to be, you know, to do no harm, right? And they go into it caring about their jobs, and they go in there, and in regards to that, like, we work to make a paycheck. Like, we get that, right? We know we have to make money to live in this 3D existence. But then you have people that go into those jobs just for the money and not because they care. You know, that's the difference. It's like, you know, that's what sets people apart, like why we do what we do. Scorpio, you're not doing things to harm others. You're doing things to assist yourself and to keep other people's influence out of it. Sometimes you do have to do it quietly, right? What is that 2 of Cups about? The Emperor. It's taking control. Someone else. Why someone else, Spirit? 8 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Someone's also going to stop avoiding a particular situation. Scorpio, I feel like this could be you. Something, again, sold yourself short on. Unfinished business, going back to what's important to you. But I also feel like you've got somebody else here who is done running away from a problem. I don't say a problem, but something healing. They're done running away from something healing. As I say that, passion and healing, heart on the bottom. Get a couple things going on. You know, it's like you could be coming together with, I'm going to dare I say it, a soulmate. 2 of Cups. There's a burning desire to live in what sparks you. I said about that fire in your belly. That's the passion. That's the desire. That's the drive. Somebody around you could be helping to propel you forward in what you do. And I'm not saying you're not doing it for them, right? Like, you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. But they help to create that spark that it's okay to protect your energy, yourself. You could be sharing the good things with only a person or 2 in your life. But they bring a sense of empowerment to you. Like, you know, or when you're around this person, they empower you to do better for yourself, and it's leading to a space of healing, okay? So this apple and talent, Spirit, for Scorpio. Did you see that? That lovely being didn't hesitate to hop right out of that deck. Like, just whoop. The perfect, like, it's like watching like somebody's, you know, one of these not dive teams, but like the swimmers, the professional swimmers, they gracefully take the jump off the diving board and lands oh so perfectly on the table. Like the perfect landing, Scorpio. Your words, even though it's Mercury retrograde, who would have thunk? It's perfectly landing. It's hitting the emotional depth of what drives something for. I got the chills again. Justice. Oh my Lanta. It is hitting, like, it's hitting the mark, Scorpio. I got such excitement that I've never gotten excited per se in a giddy, like, oh my God, kind of way to watch a card jump out of the deck as it just did. Like, it could not have happened more perfectly. And you could be looking at something and going, there is no way in hell that just happened to me. How did that happen? That was perfect. Like, I did this thing perfectly. This art turned out perfectly. That opportunity is perfect. My family is perfect. Like, whatever that perfection is, like, it's, you just did not ever think that it would be. Like, I don't know why. It just, something is being, I don't want to say blown away, but it's just, it's got the wow factor, Scorpio. It's got the wow factor. And it feels really good, right? I'm excited for whatever this is for you. Man, the moon. I could say to you, cliche, like, you don't see this coming. But Scorpio, what people around you, the moon with the 3 of Swords, that emotional expression, that natural born talent that has always been within you, I said you had to kind of take like those detours. The reason you're so good at whatever this is, why you hit the spot every time, why it lands the way that it does, is because you've seen the exact opposite. You've seen it like, it's like watching, have you ever had a bird fly into your windshield? I have. God, I hated it. It was awful. But I'm just looking, and I think my mom was with me or my daughter, I can't remember. And there comes this bird, and we're all like, oh, like we knew it. We all knew, we're like, oh my God. And clunk, and it flew off the back of the car, it was on the road, and then here comes another car, splat. Like, it was a whole disastrous chain reaction. I felt so bad, but what am I going to do? Shrink my car? Like, I'm not go gadget. So, you know, it's like you have seen the fucking splat happen. You have been the bird on the windshield that has rolled off the back of the car and then got run over like it's the Roadrunner. I don't know why Looney Tunes keeps coming up today in these reads, but there we are. You have been there. So you can go in the depths of the water, right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here, literally. Of those darker parts, of the deepest parts, through the illusion, to come out and look at this. You look at the 369. So 369 hertz could be important. 3, 6, and what do those two equal? A 9. What sits right behind that? The 9 of Swords. Check that out. 3, 6, 9. Spirit, the 3, Scorpio, it comes out repetitively for you. 3 situations, 3 people, 3 scenarios, 3 environments, 3 whatever it is. The 6 and the 9, what do? It's yin yang. It's balance. You've learned how to balance and alchemize the pain, the alchemy energy that sits in that swirl with the black cat, that sits in the swirl behind the feathers. Like, you have changed, you have evolved, and you have learned where to assert 7 of Wands, your boundaries. You've known what you can take, you know what you're not going to do, you know what you're capable of. And look at that, the Fool. And as much as I usually take the bottom 5, you've got the Ace of Cups with the Fool and the Strength card, Scorpio, with the Sun, with the Page of Pentacles. And that's why and the 9 of Cups. That's why whatever this is, like what you've done, what you're doing is landing. Like, whether it's empathy, whether it's for a job, whether it's for a relationship, whether it's the way you've polished your words, not even intentionally, Scorpio. This is you doing it because it's exactly who the hell you are. This isn't fluff. This isn't, like, I could say as an example, right? I don't edit my YouTube videos. I am sitting here at this table. This is what I genuinely look like. It's snowing outside. Dog acts up, the cats are carrying on, the kid, today they're off, so is still sleeping, but this is just who I am on the day-to-day, all the time. Who you see, what you see is what you get with me. I don't edit, I don't pretty up, I don't have this aesthetic background like home sweet home, I'm happy, I'm home. This is it. Scorpio, it's because you are authentically you. You work so good in your element. And your element has been pain and trial and tribulation and fuck shit for a long time. Like, and because of what you have been built upon, what you have done for yourself has made you not made you, but given you the ability to get down on a soul level in your emotions, the highs and the lows, the good and the bad, and go, this is exactly who I am. Maybe I had to go through therapy for PTSD so I can relate to. Maybe you've been down a path of drug addiction and now you are assisting others. You hit the mark because you've been there, done that, you know what it's about. You have wisdom. You have knowledge. You have rebirthed yourself. And you do it with a smile on your face. You may not look like you were ever whacked by a car windshield, tossed off the back, and then ran over by the car behind you. You just like reincarnated into this even more beautiful, lightly colored, vibrant bird. It's like, here I am. Let's do it again. I am now a dove. Before I was just a robin. Now I'm a dove. To look at you, Queen of Cups, no one would ever see this. They couldn't fathom. They couldn't fathom that that's what you went through. 369. The pain, the heartbreak, the loss, the turmoil, mental and emotional, that you've had to, Six of Swords, carry yourself through that rite of passage, only to worry about what comes out on the other side. 2552, reflective energies. I say that the next card on the table is the mirror. There's a reality check here, Scorpio, on what your God-given talents are. Like maybe you saw yourself as a lawyer. Like I could tell you, I always wanted to, I'm going to say fight for, but I always wanted to be a lawyer because I wanted to make things fair for people. I wanted to see people win when they were the underdog. Fast forward, what? I was like 14 then. Fast forward, what, 25 years? Whatever, however old I am, 26 years. I'm doing this instead. I've always done it, but I'm doing this. I had a taste in that field. Trust me, I'm good. I'm real good. I'm good on that. It doesn't look the way we thought it would, but it's exactly where we need to be. You have a God-given talent for something. You have the wow factor, Scorpio. This is all you. All you. This Queen of Cups and the Moon. Can't make it up if I wanted to. Swear to the stars. I said about that 2552. I said, oh, by the way, we've got the mirror as the next card at the next row. Look what just came out of the other deck. Mirror. Self-reflection, introspection, inner wounds. I don't think, Scorpio, that you have a full conception or realization, or however the hell you want, whatever word you want to use, to how far you've come. Oh, P.S. I said about the birdies, right? You're the one that gets run over, and then you like reincarnate. Check it out. There's 2 birdies on that picture. And Spirit's bringing to my attention, with that being said, it's a mirror, right? I've used this example a couple times. Jelly Roll went to his concert a couple years ago. You look in the windshield, you don't spend your life looking in the rearview mirror, Scorpio. It's time to march forward. Don't let your time of reflection, which we are in retrograde, be the point that you have to go back to that. Could you, in some ways right now, kind of reflect and remind yourself, like, what you've done? Absolutely. But I don't think that it actually hits you on a regular basis of what exactly you've done for yourself. Relish in that, please. Relish in your triumphs. Relish in what draws you in. It's important. The chaser. You've likely been in this fear of abandonment your entire life. Always looking to please, always looking to chase, always looking to whatever. And I think you're finding yourself in things where they're just kind of coming to you. If it's things outside of you externally, jobs, projects, different things. I don't want to say that they're landing in your lap, but the divine is aligning it. If it's a person, your very fears that you have had, guess what? They probably have them too. And as you move forward in compassion and love and going, yeah, this can be dark, but I know that, know if I'm moody and quiet, it's because I'm reflecting right now. That may be a message for you about your person at this time. They're reflecting on something because you're showing them something about themselves. Your natural ability to be you, I got the chills, confirmation, is awakening something in somebody else. You're about a step ahead. But they will, Spirit, they will catch up. Do know that. They will catch up. But your natural talent, man, Scorpio, it's on display. What is this? Heartbroken and backstabbing. What is that about? You're overcome. All the pain, all the betrayal, all of the things. They've gone through the same thing. Heartbroken, backstabbing. What comes out to clarify it? Ascending. I said earlier, 2 of Cups, soulmate energy. There it is. We know I don't get into twin flames, but there it is. I talked about the polarity of the 6 and 9, yin yang. There it is, yin yang and balance. Confirmation of everything I said. Everything. I'm going to do a short clarification on this mirror card down here because I think we've already addressed it because it's come out twice. You're both mirroring things, and I think too, even if this is business or something related, same kind of scenario. You could be, joining a business partnership or something, or looking at that, or the review of the retrogrades. And they know, like, when they hired somebody like you before, they were real controlling. Scorpio, you've learned to be in flow. So it's like they see something different about you, but there's a fear, right? So just as an example, I'm not saying that's the case. But the mirror, Spirit, what is this about? 10 of Wands to the 6 of Wands. Laying those burdens down. 5 of Swords. Kind of get this, it's going to go really good or it's going to go really bad. 5 of Swords to the Star. Again, it's like you are rightfully taking your position in the ring and or arena, Spirit, thank you, where you belong. Don't sell yourself short. Do not sell yourself short under this energy, because it's almost like a guilt, right? Like he's a little snide and cunning, like, oh, hoo, I win, I'm victorious. But then when he runs off and 6 of Swords, you think about from the 5 to the 6, her head is hung down. She's sulking. She's battle worn. And it's like, well, did I do that fairly? Yeah. It's just your time. Maybe you're watching other people not get the things that they think they should have or whatnot right now. And I say this, and I don't mean this to be mean or cruel. That's not your problem. Their life path and the experiences they are having is not for you to hold yourself back as a result of that. Like, you still have to keep moving forward. They have to deal with their lesson. Your lessons could be coming in at different times. So just know that, right? That's 5 of Swords, Spirit. Knight of Wands. Keep going. Keep going. Literally, the Judgment, Scorpio. Death card, Scorpio. 8 of Wands. Keep moving. 2 cards of, well, I'm going to say 3 cards of movement with the Death card because he's on his horse and he's riding off. 2, guess what? The Queen of Cups again, Scorpio. 2, the Queen of Cups. Keep on going. Keep on marching on. Keep on keeping on. 4 of Cups fell out in the reverse, face down. Spirit's saying some of you, it's like you just don't want to get disappointed again. King of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. I will say this, Scorpio, 2 things. From the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands to the 6 of Pentacles. It's kind of funny. I'm looking at that Knight of Wands to the King of Wands as evolving. Like, you think he's got to be the Knight for a minute. And then he goes to, or he was the Page, then he goes to the Knight. Could be the Queen. But if we're talking a masculine energy, which we could be because I've got the Emperor here. That's fire, right? Aries, Leo, Sag. Call it bossing up. Call it, as they would say, and I'm not a big fan of this term, but manning up to a situation. Like finally lacing up their boots, maturing, and coming in with something that is vitally, Spirit saying vitally important to you. And sidebar, this is like somebody saying something to you. Like you may have there may be I'm hearing bilingual. So maybe a language barrier or it's Mercury retrograde. So language barrier, communication barrier, something to that effect. That you would just say, hey, blah, 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 blah. very clear cut, concise. This person may not be clear cut and concise. So it comes in like a, was that a page? Yeah, Page of Pentacles. You're getting an opportunity. It may make you kind of rethink some things. But the Six of Wands, Scorpio. You got to change your way of thinking about this. You've got to change your way of thinking about this and have fun with whatever this is. It's like living in the moment, Scorpio. I feel like, listen, if you're getting some type of stardom, fame, recognition, whatever this is, it's like I'm looking at this partying card. Like, she's there, there's people in the background, she's having fun, she's happy, she's just happy to be there, right? I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for it. I'm seeing these three cards, this old school, the narcissist, the girl with the snake. I said three, right, people? I'm seeing these as personalities. Like, if you were to look into a room of people and you could know, or do know, what you would label each of those people as, which I'm not a fan of labels, we know this. But you'd be like, that's a genuine, kind soul. That person is very old school belief system. That person has narcissistic tendencies. That person is a charmer. That person shows up. It's kind of like in the game of Clue, like how they show up as, what's the performance that they're putting on. Scorpio, you're still, like, it's like an old test. The test here is to look at these individuals that do circle you when you're having your moment and going, what do they represent to me? Do I see a part of my past in these people? Because you're going to know who you want to partner with. You know, like, the distance in which you keep these people at. Because you've learned a lot. Your natural born talent draws them in. Your wow factor, Scorpio, draws them in. It's like flies to shed. It draws them in. You've learned a lot, though. See, temptation. It's tempting to engage with these people, but you're going to know where you draw the line, where to keep them at. You know, I always say, like, there's a difference between friends and acquaintances. I know a whole lot of people, tons of people. But it doesn't mean that those acquaintances, all those people, are my friends. Are they a part of that inner circle? There's a difference in that. And that's something you're going to have to pay attention to. Because they want a piece. Bingo. They want a piece of your abundance, Scorps. They want a piece of that. Be mindful. This is a beautiful read, but you got to be mindful. Plain and simple. But Scorps, you've got the wow factor. It's fucking awesome. Oh, geez. I don't even know if we need a Moonology card, but we're going to get a Moonology card for funsies. And we're going to wrap this up. For Scorpio Spirit, give us a pretty, I don't know, give us what we need to know. Give us that, right? Give us what we need to know. Scorpio. I love it. Be bold and make the first move as the underlying energy, Cardinal Moon. Prosperity lies ahead, New Moon in Taurus. And then the energy is gaining momentum, Waxing Moon. We're getting into that. I'm telling you, Scorpio. You know, I know that the Taurus New Moon doesn't happen for 6 months. So I'm going to call it like we're in this void because we just had the Taurus Full Moon. This is building. So Scorpio New Moon, next Wednesday, to Scorpio Full Moon, 6 months. You're going to see some really cool things. Taurus New Moon, it's going to bring in another set of opportunity for you. The energy, this is the building phase, Scorpio. Whatever it is, what is it? Whatever it is, she's got it. Scorpio, you got it. Like, your dreams, your visions, they're not done, but neither are the test. Pay attention to that. I'm sending you all so much love. Mwah. Personal reads are open and available. Info is in the description box below, as well as the channel memberships. I would love you all, and I will see you all soon. Happy birthday. Bye.